Hello friends, myself Jignasha Solanki, educator Gajera Vidya Bhavan Uttran. We are studying public sector, private sector and global enterprise. Here the business enterprise has been divided into three parts, that is public sector, private and joint sectors. We have already studied private sector, which is controlled by an individual or a group of peoples like partnership firm, sole proprietorship, joint stock company, cooperative societies. We have seen its merit, demerits, and how they are working. Now let us see what is public sector. Public sector is controlled by a central or the state government, and joint stock enterprises jointly managed. Joint sector is jointly managed by the both the sectors. Now let us see public sector enterprise. Why there is a need of a public sector enterprise? Why government thought to enter in this? We have seen two type of activities, economic and non-economic activity. In economic activity we generate profit, we generate money. So government thought that private sectors, what they are doing good work. Let us enter to this enterprise business to generate the revenue, because if government won't generate the revenue, then how the Indian people are going to work it? So to generate the revenue, they have entered in this enterprise, public enterprise. The meaning: public sector consists of the various organizations owned and managed by central and the state or the both government. Here both government are involved. Even separate central government is also involved and state government is also involved. And somewhere in the public sector both the government are included, are working together. The government participates in economic activity that for generating revenue. Now let us see the features. Capital is contributed by the central or the state or both the governments. Here the funding has been done by both the governments. State government also they can do the funding work. Central government also they can do the funding work. And these funds are taken from the treasury. They are giving the funds from treasury, and whenever the revenue has been generated, again these are back to their treasury only. So see, the funds come from the treasury and again in the form of revenue it is gone to the treasury. The second point is public welfare or the services is the main objective. So as I told, the motive of government is to give benefit to the public, to the society. They have constructed bridge, railways are the best example, municipality office, civil hospitals and all. Each and everything is government department. So we say that it is a government. Libraries, they are helping the people. Manage and control are in the hands of government. As we know, the government people are handling it. The ministry is handling. See, we are having different ministry, railway ministry, then telecom ministry, postal department has been come in telecom and all department, then broadcasting department, defense ministry. Okay, this we are having different departments. They have converted in a different departments and managed by, controlled by the government only. It is accountable to the public. Accountable means what? Answering. The meaning of the account is answering to the public. In what manner they are answering? See, whatever the bills are passed, whatever the treasury and revenue is generated, this all the things is audited and discussed in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So in indirect way they are giving answer to the public only. Now let us see the forms of public enterprise. The first is departmental undertaking. You can in a short form you can say DU. Departmental undertaking means it is established as a departments of ministry, as I have told before only, that the work, government work has been divided into different departments and are financed and managed and controlled by the either central government or the state government. Examples: Indian Railways, Post, Telegrams and all. Already this point I have explained you that there are different departments, and this department it looks after the defense part, that is military and all, looking after arms, securities and all. In the same way, Indian Railways, it looks and manages the trains, railway tracks, and do the maintenance work. If any accidents is happen, the railway department is answerable to the railway ministers, and they are indirectly answerable to the public. Let us see the features. No separate identity, they don't have any different identity because it is a part of the government. So it has no separate legal identity like an company. Any company is having Reliance company, Birla company, like that. They don't have any different identity because it is a part of a government. Finance, it is financed by annual budget allocation by the government, and all its earning are gone to the government treasury. As I told, the finance has been decided by the government. Whenever the annual budget is passing on, at that time government will allocate some money to that particular department, and later on as they will earn revenue, as their earning has been done, they will pass on that revenue to the treasury. Now accounting and audit, as it is a government department, it is accounted and audited by the government, and they have to follow rules and regulation relating to the audit of the government only. They have to follow all rules and regulations of government as it has been to audited and it is related to government. And accounting is applicable to it, means all the things has to be done by the work of the rules and regulations of the government only. Employees in the same manner, they have to the employees are taken by recruiting and appointment as per their government rules and regulations. The employees are taken and recruited as per the government rules and regulations. Accountably, these are accountable to the concerned minister. As we know, if any mistakes are concerned, then they have to answer to that particular department only. Now let us see the merits. Merits means advantages. It is more effective in achieving an objective laid down by the government as it's undertake the direct control of the government. If you remember, Mr. Nitin Gadkari, he is a minister of road and development. He targeted that he will construct 1 lakh kilometer roads within this span of time, and he has constructed it. So the main objective, whatever the government is laid down, they are achieving, and because there is a direct control of a government only. It's a source of government income. As I told you that government want to generate the income, so it is a revenue, so it is a source of their income. We people are doing business, so we are earning a profit. How government will earn? By taking the revenue and taxes for the benefit of the people, and it goes to the treasury. It is answerable in the parliament for all its action which ensures the proper utilizations of the fund. See, in parliament, in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, they discuss the thing. They discussed how much they have done expenditure, why it is in loss, why it is in profit, you are charging more. Each and everything has been discussed in the parliament. It is suitable for the activities where secrecy and strict control is required for like defense production. See, department wise, it is very much suitable that their secrecy does not come out. So that's why it is more beneficial and affordable, these things, department undertaking.